Hey everyone, this is Anna and thanks so much for visiting my channel. Tonight I am putting together the fourth video in the series where I share my completed cards, and tonight we're going to be focusing on the masculine cards. I've already posted a video on my channel that focuses on the Valentine cards. There's also a video for Easter and spring. I also did one for chicken themed cards, and tonight it's time for the masculine ones. So let's go ahead and get started. This first card was made years and years ago. This was a laser cut image that was gifted to me, and I decided to make this card with it. And I think it's on Cosmo Cricut papers, if I'm not mistaken. And I did some sewing around the outside edge here on this frame, and I did some faux stitching here on the outside edge. And even so many years ago when this card was made, I was doing the faux stitching and using my favorite hemp twine for embellishment. So I really love this card. Here's a card made with images from Stampin' Up! And I'm sorry I don't remember the name of the set that this one came from. But I used this really cute little horseshoe embellishment here on the side. Love that particular card as well. Here is a card that I made with one of my illustrations for Whippersnapper Designs. And he's just ready to hand those sunflowers over to his favorite Betty. This card is really bright and colorful. The fishing lures are stamped. They are watercolored with shimmery watercolors. And then I added glossy accents over the top of them to really make them pop and shine. So I think this card turned out really cool. And then in the background there, I just stamped some fishing line in various directional pattern around the outside edge. Everybody ought to believe in something. I believe I'll go fishing. You can get a better look at what that fishing line looks like there. So I think that card turned out really cool. And again, that image is from Impression Obsession. Here's another card that I made with images from Stampin' Up! These images are a little bit harder to see. They are stamped on Cosmo Cricut paper. The horses here are stamped in various colors of brown. There's a little doily stamp on here in the background, and then it says wanted right there. And then I added a little cowboy boot embellishment there, and lots of twine looped in like a lasso. Here's a card made with images from Stampin' Up! The Indian Chief and the hand, I believe, are from the same set. And this flourish here in the background is from a different Stampin' Up! Set. I really love this, this particular image. This was a set that Alan had gifted to me years ago, and I really love it. Here's a card that I made with a die from Impression Obsession. It's die cut in black several times, stacked up, and then I inlaid the white moon with some glittered cardstock. Here are a couple of cards made with an image from High Hopes rubber stamp. And this little caveman dude is super cute. I think these would be great cards for a kid. Behind him on this side is that treasure map that's stamped. And then on this side, he's in front of some palm trees there on the background. So I think these are really cute. This particular image is watercolored on some cotton paper, and this one is colored with Copic markers. Here's one of my images from Whippersnapper Designs. It's this man on horseback, and his silhouette is just stamped and then a sunset sky blended in behind him. And I did lots of faux stitching on this particular card in both directions. I think it turned out really neat. And then I have a little chipboard star there for embellishment as well. And there's the inside of this particular card. And I also sprayed that with glitter spray. It's interesting that I was using this glitter dust so many years ago, because this card was made a long time ago, probably 12 or more years ago. So interesting that I was still calling out some of my favorites way back then. This card is made with an image from Impression Obsession. In fact, it's made with two images. The background here is stamped with a stamp as well from Impression Obsession, but I really love this blue heron image. The background behind him is watercolored. Really pretty. Here's another card from that set from Stampin' Up! That has the Indian chief in it. I really love that set, and just could not bear to part with this particular card as well. And then I really like that button down there at the bottom. And then behind the Indian in the background here is another stamp from Stampin' Up! It was like a distressed background stamp. I used it on both layers there. I think that turned out really pretty. Or, excuse me, rugged and masculine. Very manly. Here's a card I made with images from Impression Obsession. The leaf die cuts are also from Impression Obsession. The background is stamped a couple different times in 2 different colors, and the images here are stamped and then colored with colored pencil. I really love the little fly stamp in that particular stamp set. The inside is just blank. Here's another card made with images and dies from Impression Obsession. This is the rustic moose and the little pine cones and pine sprigs down here. Those dies are also from Impression Obsession, and continue to be one of my all-time favorite dies. So I really love this card. In the background here, I stamped a pine bough, so it actually comes down out of the corner, and then it comes up from this corner as well. So really fun, love it. Hard to part with, obviously. This one might be a favorite for a lot of you. This one is made from the Stampin' Up! Set called Wild Wild West, which was gifted to me many years ago by a crafty friend. And this is an amazing stamp set, which still goes for a lot of money on eBay. This is just one of the images in the stamp set, and I love this guy. And I really like making cards with this particular stamp. But this is from the Wild Wild West set. Here's a card I made with a stamp image from, I think it's from Las Vegas Stamps, is the name of the company. I just thought this was a really fun image, and my choice of embellishments say a lot about how I was feeling at the time, I guess. There's a room key added for embellishment, and there's a spare pair of boots there on the end. So anyway, there's that guy. So I don't remember what that stamp is called. I could probably dig it out and tell you if needed. Here's one I made with stamps from Whippersnapper Designs. These were my illustrated stamps. This little gal waiting to go fishing with her dad. And then the background here with these little fishies is a background stamp. And I embossed them with really sparkly embossing powder, and I think it turned out really fun. I don't know if you can get the iridescence of it, but I think it's fun anyways. And of course then there's glitter all the way around the panel as well. And the last card I have to share with you in this category is this particular card. This is a birthday card, but I wanted to include it in this category of masculine cards because it does tend to be a lot more masculine than feminine. This is a scene stamp from Stampscapes, I think. And then Happy Birthday is a Hero Arts sentiment. So the cabin and the trees are just stamped here in a black ink, and then the only color I added was the yellow from the windows, and then in the reflections on the lake water. And then of course I added distress ink around the background. But this particular, oh, by the way, I love this little embellishment. This is one of my favorite little embellishments to use on cards. I hoard them because they're just, I just love them. This particular card is different. It's a gift card envelope, and so on the inside there's a little pocket here. Let's see. So you could stick a gift card in here if you wanted to. And I made this card so long ago. There was actually a fish stamped down here on the bottom, and you can't even see it any longer. I think it was stamped in Versamark ink. And you can't even see it any longer. I made this card when I still lived in Eugene, so that's probably, and it was right around when I first started stamping, so probably pushing 18 or more years ago. So really long time to have a card in my stash. So anyway, that's my last card to share with you in this particular theme. I will be sharing more, so watch out for more of those videos if you're interested. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks again for watching my video, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!